What up? What up, y'all? What up, baby? What it do? What's popping? Today we got an interesting show today. There's a lot happening on the show today. I gotta tell y'all, big news on multiple fronts. Very big news on multiple fronts. The boy got a merch store, y'all. The boy got a merch store. It's going down. We selling stuff now. This is the John Browner podcast. If you are new to the show, if you are finding me for the first time, if you are a member and or a subscriber or a follower on X or Twitter to the Sporting Tribune, and you are seeing me today, hello. This is the John Browner podcast. We are here Monday through Friday. We are here from 10 o'clock till whenever this is done, normally around 11, somewhere in between 11, 10:45 and then 11. We are a family. We in the chat. We having a good time. We communicating. We going back and forth. It's all in love in favor of sports, and we got a lot going on on the show today. And before I dig into anything, I just want to say a shout out to the people at the Sporting Tribune. What am I talking about? Uh, so Arash Markazi is someone who I have, become friendly with over my time here in the sports industry. And after everything happened, I received an email from him. He runs the Sporting Tribune, and he offered me an opportunity to be exposed to his audience. And so here I am. Here I am. So the show has another house. The show has another house that is being shown in for other people to see the show. And so if they show up in our comment section, y'all, let's behave today, okay? Let's behave today. But if you're in the comment section or if you are anywhere on the show and you want to be on this show, the John Browner podcast at gmail.com, head over there. You message me and I'll get you on at some point. We try to reserve for Friday to have a bigger show like that. Y'all saw Coach come on to give us some SDFC talk yesterday. That must be good luck because they won 5-0. So take that for what you want. But yeah, so a lot on the show today. Your boy got a merch store now. In addition to the merch store, we are available now on Twitter or X at the Sporting Tribune. You will also see some of my work pop up on their YouTube page as well. Probably more of the things that I do in shorts. But shout out to expanding the show, most importantly. Shout out to expanding the show into a wider audience on our 9th day. So we're making progress, y'all. And when I talk about making progress, most importantly, we doing it to grow our community for this right here. Is that a sound? Okay, anyway. March to 300. We are moving in the right direction. We got a lot of good progress in our March to 300. We are getting there. We are getting close. So I'm excited about that. So let's keep that up. If you're new to the show, subscribe to the show on YouTube, the John Browner Podcast. If you are here for the first time, that's my face, kind of, but not really. Thanks, AI. That's definitely not my body, but it's close. First thing first on the show. Let's talk about what we got, because the idea that the Padres keep winning in the 9th inning is wild. It's wild. It's starting to become one of my favorite things to see what the Padres do in the 8th and the 9th inning. I'll talk about why it's more important to win those games. Let me see. Is that this one? Yeah. I'll talk about why it's more important to win those games later in the show. Sheets called game. In addition to that, game balls. I'll explain. And last but not least, is Chuck Wright. Charles Barkley said something last night on NBA, ESPN Inside the NBA. And I want to talk about that here because, again, this is a forum for open space. This is a forum for open conversation. And I think it's important that we put our spin on this particular conversation. But first up, man, this right here was absolutely glorious. And it wasn't that the home run, because obviously they played today at 10:40, so we got to get to the getting. So I'll get to this first. I'm gonna walk y'all through this because, as y'all know, we all do this together. So I'm gonna head over to X. I'm gonna share the show. By the way, everybody, if you can, please share the show on X. Share the show on X. It helps the views. It helps the show fire off in different directions. So please share the show when you can, where you can. Let me hold on. I'm doing it all over the place. So give me a second. You give me a second. Like I said, I'm doing it all over the place. So last night in the game, let's get to it. This isn't the first time that the Padres have been in a situation where the ninth inning is coming up. I've been in one. The ninth inning is coming up, and something mad wild needs to happen for them to walk out with this game. And lo and behold, it happened again last night. Gavin Sheets comes up to the plate. Padres have had another abysmal night at the plate. And, he warms up the bus and he sends you home. And he sends you home in glorious fashion. Let's go ahead and throw this thing up. I'm gonna start it over. Look at this. Smack.
Sheets hits it in the air to right center field. Freeland going back at the wall. It's gone. Three-run home run.
Gone. And again, you've now gone 9 innings.
With 2 down in the ninth.
2 out.
3-run home run to put the Padres.
You got 2 people on base. And when you're down to your last out, look at what this man does. He pulls up big time. 3-run shot on the road to win the game. Let me tell you guys why this is extremely important. These wins are more important than the regular wins. These top of the ninth, bottom of the ninth wins at Petco, these wins are worth more. These wins, as you can see, they bring let's talk about them at home. At home, it gives the fans so much energy to leave the stadium on. These bottom of the ninth wins, which I was a part of one of them, I was in the building for one of them earlier in the year. These types of wins, they fire up your fan base to go out and preach the gospel. It powers your fan base to go out and pump their chest online, pump their chest at work, pump their chest to friends and family members who root for someone else. So when I tell you that these wins are worth more, look at the excitement on the players when you get these kinds of wins at home. Now, go on the road, top of the ninth. Last night's a great example. When Sheets hits that home run, you see everybody fired up. You see Manny, energy. Tatis, energy. They're next to each other. Manny jumping over the rail. Because you know what happens in the ninth inning. You know the game's over. When you take a lead in the ninth inning as the San Diego Padres in 2026, y'all might as well put your bats away. You might as well, you just need the pitcher and the catcher out there at this point. And probably somebody at first base. Mason Miller is ending the game. Last night was no different. There's such a level of confidence with this team right now that if they get the lead in the ninth inning, you might as well put it in the win column. And so that exuberance, that energy, that the kid-like energy is the best way to describe it. The kid-like energy. When Gavin Sheets hits that home run, these wins are worth more. These wins are worth more for the very specific reason is it gives you the ability to know we are never out of the game. It is never over for us. We always have a chance. And if we get the lead, this game is in the books because we have someone coming out of the bullpen that will absolutely slam the door in your face. So when I talk about these type of wins, all wins are good wins. There are no bad wins. But these wins are worth more because these feel like postseason wins. These feel like down the stretch wins. And you're getting them in May. You're getting them in May the 13th. You're getting these wins mid-May. So these wins are more important than the average win because these are the types of wins that build belief. These are the type of wins that let everybody in that dugout know the game is never over. We're talking about 2 outs, top of the ninth, against the opposing team's closer. Because that ain't going to happen to our guy. We know that. That you ain't finna come and pop a 3-runner off our dude. So we know if we put something on the board, it doesn't matter how the rest of the game went. It doesn't matter. In the ninth inning, this team is building so much character. They're building so much camaraderie. They're building so much tissue between each other in these moments. This is what matters. This is why I'm telling you. When the more wins you see like this, the more likely you will see success down the road and in the postseason. Because guys have performed in this position here, and it's a different guy. You have guys performing in these positions in the ninth inning all year that get you to the postseason. Ain't nothing better than that, man. Ain't nothing better than that. I promise you ain't nothing better than that. Let's hit some comments and let's see what's happening. Let me see. Padres live game still happening. No, I did not get the game. I did not get the game. It is not happening, but we'll probably be around to start the game. Let me see what else. Let me see. I gotta read the comments now before I put them up because some of y'all, boy. Let me see. Dre, what up, bro? What's good? How about them Padres? It's not pretty. Listen. This is what I'm saying. She ain't pretty, but sometimes you gotta take her home if you know what I mean. Okay, they all count. Some of them you can tell people about, some of them you can't. Okay, but at the end of the day, they all count. What else we got here? Let's see. Hey man, listen. This is your home. This is your home of the SeaWorld giveaway. That's an inside joke. No, we're not giving away SeaWorld tickets, but those who know, they know. So yeah, man. Big win last night. Very, very big win last night. Very impressive when you can pull those type of games out. And I gotta tell you, I was leaning back. I didn't know. I didn't I didn't know. I knew he had the bomb power. I didn't know. I didn't know if he'd use it. But yesterday, great example of what this team is rounding into. And so I was excited to see that. Very happy to see that. Another story that we can touch on. I got I don't know where to start with this because this is so stupid. Uh uh let me hold on, let me throw this up. Uh Shout out to John, another John. Good to see you, Brown, and glad you're not letting the crazy people keep you down. Absolutely not, brother. Absolutely not, brother. We all believe in love, so let's keep pushing that and keep bringing joy into this space because that's what matters. Now, game balls is a. I put this title there because this is a silly conversation, but we're gonna have it because the situation that has occurred with the story about LeBron James and feeling disrespected over a game ball is it's so silly. It's so silly. I don't I don't have a problem with Dave McMenamin. I think he's a great reporter. I really do. I think he's a great reporter. But you always in these particular situations, you have to look at who's writing the story. And again, I'm saying this because I don't have a problem with Dave McMenamin. I think I'm pretty sure he wrote the LeBron story. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check because I don't want to give someone else credit for his work and vice versa. Uh, LeBron James not respected because this story this story is really silly. Okay, it's in Sports Illustrated. No, LeBron James felt disrespected by the Lakers general manager. Or this is a pager. Somebody wrote that. No, that's not the story I'm looking for. The story I'm looking for is bigger than this. Let me see. Anyway, the point being this. So a story was written about LeBron James feeling disrespected over a game ball. here's the reason why this is silly, and here's the reason why this is baked in business with LeBron. If you're going to do business with LeBron, you're going to have to deal with these kind of things when he doesn't win the championship. Because every year LeBron James doesn't win the championship, there has to be a story about why it's not his fault he didn't win the championship, or why something in the organization has to change that's not him because he didn't win the championship. This is the easiest thing to follow in professional sports. LeBron James doesn't win the championship. The offseason comes, not even that deep in the offseason. There's a story about how something didn't go his way because of what someone else did, or it's not his fault that the coach gets fired, or it's not his fault that somebody gets traded. This idea that LeBron was disrespected because the team didn't give him the game ball when he got the most team wins in league history. See, here's the crazy part about this. As much as LeBron gets a lot of flack, LeBron is the most celebrated athlete in modern day sports because Tiger Woods keeps doping and driving, so he can't stay sober enough to get the type of respect and admiration that he deserves for his playing career. So LeBron James, in present day, is the most celebrated athlete in American sports. Okay? So this idea that the organization that he plays for, the organization that he plays for has now disrespected him, it's bananas. LeBron James had the purple carpet. He's had the purple and gold carpet rolled out for him. Let me remind you which team his son plays for, with a 4-year contract as a second-round pick, if I'm not mistaken, and those do not just fall into players' laps. LeBron James, in his totality in a Lakers uniform, wanted all these young players gone. Remember when he got here, I think it was Brandon Ingram, Alex Caruso, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma. Now those guys are pretty much flamed out, and he was correct about getting those guys off the roster. They brought in Anthony Davis to win a championship. Clutch Sports. This is all the workings of LeBron, the organization under previous ownership, believing that LeBron James's mental capacity to, build a basketball team is the best way to go. This is the Lakers front office trusting in him, showing him respect by bringing in Anthony Davis. This is the Lakers showing respect to LeBron by trading AD and bringing in somebody who can help prolong LeBron's career, and Luka Doncic. So this idea that, this story was written over a game ball? The idea that this story, he felt disrespected over a game ball when they absolutely stopped everything. The NBA world stopped everything to celebrate LeBron James when he broke Kareem's scoring record in a Laker uniform with Kareem in the house. At either I think it was crypto. I think it was crypto at the time. I don't know. I'm sorry. So when you write a story like this is the business of LeBron James. When you get in business with LeBron, these are the type of things that you will have to deal with. And it's, by the way, it's worth it. It's worth it. As a Laker fan, I know he feels very sterile to some of y'all. As a Laker fan, he was never going to be Kobe Bryant. He was never going to be Magic Johnson. He was never going to have the relationship Shaquille O'Neal had with the fan base, because LeBron feels like a mercenary. But when he brings the title, all these things that you have to deal with when he doesn't win, it's worth it. LeBron James has had the greatest season a 41-year-old has ever had in any sport other than Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl at 40-something, which is still remarkable. But this is the other side when he doesn't win. Because this is a stupid story. This is dumb. He is the most respected athlete. He is the most revered athlete in American sports. No one can operate in today's climate with no haters. That's ridiculous. But to say that the Lakers, the organization, is one of the haters, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Always pay attention to who writes these stories. Please. If this is a piece that Clutch and LeBron and his people had put out to kind of, point some attention onto Rob Pelinka, because there's now video, and I can't necessarily show that video because that'll interrupt how this video gets dispersed on YouTube. So I can't play that video because it's owned by someone else and I don't have their permission. So the video of the win that he had was also, I think, JJ Redick's 200th win, if I'm not mistaken. There was a bunch of celebrations in that room, and they gave JJ Redick that ball because it's meaningless. It meant something to JJ Redick because they had his sons give him a special message, and you could see him become choked up in that moment because anytime you bring someone's kids in a professional environment, it hits you in a place that, you're not supposed to be showing in a room full of people like that. And so he was clearly emotional in receiving that. In that same video, they're acknowledging LeBron for passing Kareem for the most wins. So the fact that they didn't give him the ball is silly. It's so silly. If this is done to try to, drive a wedge between the Laker fan base and Pelinka and the new ownership in Pelinka, please don't read too much into them having more assistant general managers than they had under Jeannie Buss. The Lakers have money now. The Lakers have Dodger level money now. So they're going to operate like the Dodgers operate. There will be 4 or 5 people in the jobs doing them that at one point under the Lakers, it was just one guy. Okay. It was one guy scouting for the Lakers. Now the Lakers going to have 10 scouts. Okay. Do you ever watch an NBA game and you look behind the bench and it's more coaches than players? The Lakers are going to look like that. The Lakers are going to have 30 coaches behind the bench. The whole section behind the bench going to be coaches. No more tickets. Just coaches. No more fans in those positions. Just coaches. They're going to have a whole section of coaches because the Lakers are now ran by somebody who wants to use every tool that they possibly can to maximize their product. So to believe that now the Lakers are bringing all these people in as some type of way to run Rob Pelinka out of town or to put more pressure on him to do his job, but I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think this is smart business, similar to what the Dodgers do. The Dodgers are the best ran baseball team. They're probably the best ran team in sports, period, regardless of the sport. Mark Walters is now doing that for the Lakers. I think that's his name. He's going to do that for the Lakers now. So things are going to change. There are going to be more people around the building. There are going to be more folks working. There are going to be more delegation given out. And so you might also, because the NBA is very catty, the NBA is very, very catty, you might also see more stories like this. Because it's LA. It's the flagship franchise of the NBA. You're going to see more stories like this as you go forward with more people, so there's more stories to tell. But come on, man. Not this, man. Not this. This is so silly. This is so silly. Point being, whenever these stories get written, always look at who wrote them and who does it serve. who does it serve in this particular moment to say that LeBron James felt disrespected or was disrespected by Rob Pelinka because he gave JJ Redick the game ball and not LeBron? Who does this story serve? Never forget that. I've worked in media long enough, whether it be television, whether it be journalism, whether it be radio, and now the podcast form in which I'm working in now. Always watch who's writing the story. And in the NBA, it's very easy to find out where the story came from. God, okay. Okay, let's get into some chats. Let's talk to some of the people in the chat. By the way, if you're new to the podcast, I'm John Browner. This is the John Browner Podcast. Please head over to YouTube, subscribe to the pod. Let me know what you think. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, the John Browner Podcast. You can also follow me on Instagram at the John Browner Podcast. If you want to be a part of the show, if you want to get in on some of this chit chat, if you got an opinion about LeBron and whatever this silly story is, you can head over to the John Browner Podcast at gmail.com. I'll start reading some of these too. We'll do some we can do some mailbag where we read some of these things too as well. If you don't feel comfortable on camera, but you also want to have your voice heard, you can do that too. Or as always, you can come in the chat, man, and you could get some of this off in the chat. Andre, I love LeBron. I do admit he turns into offseason Aaron Rodgers. Yikes. He is, yeah, man. Yes, 100%. Let me see. Asked, Davis the only taker of these. Yeah, okay. These stories are clutch plants for contract negotiations. Yeah, man. LeBron is a diva. It's never silly. Okay. Let me see what else we got here. Okay, then they're getting into tease. Okay. Hey. Listen, the only thing that matters is tomorrow's Iceman comes out. Yes, that is true. I absolutely agree with you. Hey, TB, I would love to put that up, but we don't do N-words in here, brother. Can't put the chat out there. Can't put the chat out there, brother. We don't do N-words in here. We don't play that. We don't play that. Love you. It might be part of your vernacular, but we keep it clean around here. All right, again, if you're new to the show, I'm John Brown, and we're on our march to 300 subscribers. Head over to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share the show. Let's get to that number 300, man. It's been a good day. Shout out to the people at the Sporting Tribune. If you guys are late to the show will now be seen on the Sporting Tribune, which is a awesome journalistic page with the youtube.com and obviously across all social media pages ran by Arash Markazi, who I've become friendly with through my traveling through sports and seeing him in the Super Bowl. He was kind enough to reach out to me after everything happened and give me an opportunity to share his audience with me and me with you guys. So again, you can see the pod on their X page too. So do me a favor. If you're listening to the show right now, because we got one more segment left, do me a favor, and the Padres game starts in 6 minutes. Do me a favor, head over to your X account, retweet the show, head over to the Sporting Tribune, subscribe to that page, retweet the show over there. And let's get these numbers rolling so hopefully more people can see it, more people can subscribe to it. We can get to the 300. Now, we got another story. Last story. Again, ESPN, NBA on TNT. Wow, look what I just did. Okay, the NBA, inside the NBA on ESPN. I cannot play this video, but you can go find it. Because again, if I play this video, ESPN will get me in trouble. And then I will have to, this video will vanish into the ether. And I don't want that because I think this has been a good broadcast. So Charles Barkley said something in the memoriam that they were giving Jason Collins, who was the first openly gay NBA player who died recently after a battle with brain cancer because, fuck cancer in all ways, shapes, and forms. But the conversation turned, as it often do when Chuck starts speaking. Barkley starts talking about platitude things in different directions that he never finishes the sentence on, but he managed to finish the sentence on this, referring to America as homophobic, and that if you don't think there are gay players in all those sports, you're stupid, which is his favorite word, and that's why we love Chuck, because he calls everyone and everything stupid. So let's be very quick with this, because this does not require a lot of conversation. This is very easy. This is very, very easy. Why are we still talking about this? It's 2026. I am full aware that times have changed, and under certain administrations, more things are allowed than others. And that's, a different show. There are LGBTQ plus, there are same-sex people in all walks of life, in all levels of business. We are asking for too much information as fans. We're asking for too much information as members of the media. When Jason Collins came out as a gay man in professional sports, it did not make news. Not in the way that people thought it would. And this was in like the early 2010s, if I'm not mistaken. It didn't make news like everybody thought it would. Just like when the NFL, when Michael Sam was drafted into the NFL, the first openly gay drafted player, it didn't make the news you thought it would. I think there was the Raiders also had an openly gay guy as well. It didn't make the news that you thought it was. The Utah Jazz, I can't remember his name, but the Utah Jazz had a guy who what is his name? It's God, I can't remember his name, but now it's gonna kill me. He was on the Dan Patrick show recently, and he said that when he was obviously closeted gay at the time. I think this was like in the 2000s as well. And he had a teammate by the name of Andre Karolinko who was having a gathering at his house. And he came up to him and he said, "Hey, by the way, we're having a gather. John Amici. John Amici. There we go. John Amici was his name. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Came over to him and said, "Hey, man, we're having a gathering at the house. You should come over. You can bring your partner." And he kind of stopped and was like, "Wait." And Karolinko went, "Yeah, we know. It's okay." Because it is. And that was then. This is now. As a society, if you're going to be a viewer or a fan in professional sports, there's a part of these guys' lives that they don't have to share if they don't want to. I don't believe that we're a homophobic society. I just think that's in some portions of society, people are just uncomfortable talking about it. I think everyone knows that at every level of business, at every level of employment, in every position, there are same-sex people. There are LGBTQ plus people everywhere. Some are in your family. Some of you are them. This should not still be a story because Charles Barkley is saying that we live in a homophobic society. That's his opinion. He just happens to have a massive platform. But everyone I know, they don't care. Did you score? Did you help the team win in this capacity? This idea that having a gay player or a transgender player or this conversation is so exhausting. Can you perform? Michael Sam could not perform. Jason Collins announced this at the end of his career, and at the tail end of his career, he couldn't perform. Carl Nassib, I think, I'm not sure if that's his name either. These names they're not big names. Sorry. I find it difficult to place their names right off the top of my head because, again, for me, these aren't big news stories. These are interest pieces where these guys can talk about their life and that version of it if they want to. Did you score, buddy? Did you help the team win? And if you want to do that while also representing the LGBT community, that's cool too. That's cool too, man. That's just ad dollars for you to get in a different part of money making, man. But stop giving these stories oxygen. Do LGBTQ people still face discrimination? Yes. But so do Mexican Americans. So do Black Americans. White people feel like they're under siege. Everybody feels like at some portion of their society, their group, that there are people against them, because there are. But at the end of the day, man, did you score? Did you help the team win? Did you turn the ball over? Did you miss the field goal? Like that's all that matters, man. That's really all that matters. And people will respect your privacy. And as fans, my message to fans when it comes to this type, you don't need that information. You don't need it. It doesn't help you cheer. Are you going to boo the team now because they have I think the Vikings had a gay cheerleader and people got upset about that? Are you going to not be a Vikings fan now? Are you going to not root for the Raiders because they had a gay player, or the Rams because they drafted a gay player, or the Brooklyn Nets who don't have any fans anyway? Are you going to not root for them now because Jason Collins was a gay guy wearing a Nets uniform? No, you're not. No, you're not. So stop asking for this information. Go on about your day. Go do you. Live your life. Because this ain't going to stop you from fanning. Now, my favorite slogan is, you fan how you fan. That's on you. You do you, boo. But at the end of the day, man, come on, y'all. Do we still care about these people's personal lives to that degree? They're not hurting nobody. Like, people keep talking about Stephon Diggs and his situation with it, where he's banging the OnlyFans chef, but he's also still dating Cardi B. Bro, that's a whole nother page. Did he score? Did they win the Super Bowl? Was he effective on the field? Who he sleeping with? Bro, that used to be nobody's business. That used to be nobody's business. Why do y'all need to know this now? Let's stop this. Let's move on from that space, please. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, so apparently the Padres game is happening because I see people complaining about the lineup. Let's go. Let me go see who's in the lineup. But again, if you're new to the show, I'm John Brown, and you're listening to the John Browner podcast here live on YouTube, here live on X, and I took Facebook off because I wouldn't get no motion on Facebook. So we're not live on Facebook no more. Okay, so Padres top of the first. Let's see who's in the lineup. Cannon is pitching, so we got Bogarts leading off, Tatis, Machado, Andujar, Sheets, the hero from last night, Laureano, Castellanos, I'm never going to pronounce that correctly, Freddie Furman, sorry, and Bryce we don't need this. We don't need Bryce Johnson in this lineup. Where is Song at? Where is Song? We got Tatis at second. He already struck out, but where is... All right. Okay. You got to trust the manager at this point. They're a first-place team, so you got to trust the manager at this point, I guess. Man. What up, Coach? Hey, Coach. Coach, we did it, baby. We did it, Coach. We did it. 5-0 yesterday. We had you on the show talking SDFC. I'm the good luck charm. You the good luck charm, baby. We got a 5-0 yesterday. Shout out to SDFC for coming through in the building. Big time win last night. 5-0 after we did a little soccer talk. And then they won. So now, listen, here's the deal. I don't know when their next game is. Coach, put in the comment section when their next game is. Whenever they play another game, you coming on the show. We go test this theory. Not for a long time, but come on the show. Bring me a little bit about the other team if you're available, and we'll see if we can keep this win streak going. Because of us, if you believe in those kind of things, they want to know after us. They after us, the JBP. After the JBP. Oh, the JBP. Okay, because I'm talking about the JBP. I told y'all the boy got merch. So let me pull up the merch store. Yeah, your boy got merch. So let me pull up the merch though. So listen, bear with me as I try to find it on Shopify. Yeah, your boy got merch, man. So this is if you want to help the show, which I absolutely would appreciate, head over to the merch shop and buy something. Because again, I finance this entire show myself. This is me cooking. This is me cleaning. This is me, making sure all the kids are all the clothes on their back is clean. This all me, baby. This all me. So if y'all can help the show out in any way, I'd appreciate that. So the merch shop. I'm gonna put this also. I'm gonna put this link in the I'm gonna put this link here in the section right here. Hold on. Again, one-man army here, one-man army. So give me a second. Boom. Head over there, check it out. I'm gonna walk y'all through it real quick though, but check this out. This your boy shop right here. Don't be shocked by the prices. Okay. I have cheaper stuff. What I wanted to do with the shop, because again, when Kaplan and crew was making stuff, Scott Kaplan was in charge of that. Okay. I had no say in it. I had a couple of designs. They took a couple of things I said and they threw it up there, which again, all love and respect. Scott Kaplan's my brother. Alex Padilla is my brother. I miss them. And hopefully we'll be able to bring the show back in some iteration. But now that I have control of it, we're gonna do it in a little more fashion style. Okay, we're gonna put a little more funk into it. All right. So let's walk the page. This is the shop with your boy, first and foremost. The John Brown Podcast Shop is what it's called. You scroll up and down, and so now we got work here. Okay. We got a couple of nice shirts, $17.96. The logo, the JBP, the John Brown Podcast up there in the top right corner. Here we got my little baby girl on this shirt. And then we got a couple logo shirts. All those shirts are $17.96. Those are the cheapest thing that I could find before I really went next level with some designs. Then I figured we'd go a little bit better. So now we got shorts. Now these are high quality shorts, and these are what they call oversized fleeced hoodies. Now, I don't expect anybody to purchase anything until you see me wearing it. And y'all know I wear everything I advertise. And so when these things come in the mail, when they get here, I will start wearing them on the show so you can see how it looks. I can tell you how it feels. But the shop is up. If you want to help the show, if you want to help your boy, head over there and buy something. Buy anything. I'll put the link down at the bottom so you guys can check it out. But yeah, man, we got a shop. The John Brown Podcast Shop is up. And you can head in there and you can check stuff out, man. Head in there and check stuff out. So that's pretty much the show today, man. Good show. Again, shout out to all the people at the Sporting Tribune that have allowed me to reach their audience today and hopefully every day going forward is part of the way to grow this show. They've got a very wide ranging of audience of people that cover a lot of Southern California sports. And now, fortunately, we've become a part of that Southern California sports coverage here at the John Brown Podcast. Shout out to Arash Markazi for giving me this opportunity, and coming to kick it with your boy and try to help us grow. And in addition to us growing, help him grow. So it's all love, baby. It's all love. I think that's all we got today. Again, like the show, share the show, subscribe to the show. I'm John Browner. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Go check out the merch, baby.